Alright guys, so to get started cleaning my brushes, I just want to turn the water to kind of lukewarm. And I'm going to start off with my little sneak peek at cleaning my beauty blender. So I'm just going to start off by getting my beauty blender, damp in the water. And this is a clean beauty blender. I have not used this, however there are stains in it that have left it, looking dirty and dingy. And I'm just going to kind of swirl this around, and oh my goodness, just swirling this around in the soap where the stains are at. And you can already see it. I mean, I don't know if the camera's picking it up at all, but you can see like the color already coming out of the beauty blender. And you can see that it's getting more color out. And this is a clean beauty blender. Like, I have not used this for like 2 weeks, and I cleaned it after I used it. So, just going to keep kind of swirling this around in here. I'm seriously so surprised right now. And then just, once it gets lathered up, just run it underwater. Make sure, I keep squeezing it to make sure I get all the soap out. And it is seriously, it took all of those stains out, no way. Yeah, it took all the stains out and everything. It looks like a brand new beauty blender. I am so happy with that. Now, when it comes to cleaning my brushes, I just use an antibacterial soap. You can use a baby soap as well. And my Sigma Spa glove just looks like this. These are a bit pricey, but they help cut down washing time like in half. So I'm going to start off with using one of my dirtiest brushes that I have to show you guys how I use it. I just take the antibacterial soap and put it on the side of the glove, because your glove is marked eyes and face. So I just put it on the side of the glove that I'm using. Since this is a face brush, it's going on the face side. Get the brush nice and damp in the water, and then just scrub it through. And as you guys can see, all of that color coming off, and then you just want to keep running it under the water until the water runs clear. And it does have little sides where it says like rinse, wash, refine, things like that. But for some of them, I just like to kind of use my hands just to make sure that I get all of the powder out. You never want to put your brush face, like bristles up under the water, because that's going to create water to sink down and soak into the brush, and that'll create the bristles, the glue to loosen up and fall out. So I'm going to finish, I'll do one of my eye brushes to show you how I do those the same way, but just kind of with a little bit of the soap. Get the bristles wet and just kind of scrub it around. Get it all lathered up. And this seriously cuts down washing time. And then once you can see it's clean, and when you squeeze it there is no color that comes out, you know it's clean. So I'm going to finish cleaning my brushes, and then I'll be back to show you guys how I store them once they're clean. While I'm waiting, I just kind of leave them hanging over the sink to make sure the water runs out as much as it can. I'll show you in a minute how I finish the rest. Alright guys, so now that I have all my makeup brushes clean, which seriously took me forever. I mean, even with the Sigma, it takes me probably an hour to an hour and a half to clean my brushes, just because I clean them so thoroughly and so much. Like, I want to make sure I get everything out of the brush, all the dirt, bacteria, all that good stuff. The drying part is probably my favorite, simply because of this right here. This is something that I made, and if you guys have seen the, they're called like brush trees. They hold, I would say, like 20 brushes. I'm sure she makes bigger ones, but the one that held like 20 brushes was like $30, and that was crazy to me. So I got a little crafty, and I made this. This is my own homemade brush tree. It works perfect for what I need it for. And then this up here is just some decoration because I didn't want it to just be this white styrofoam color, so I decorated it and made it pretty. And then this is just like a champagne glass or wine glass. This is a little big for a wine glass, but a cocktail glass, we'll say. And then I made like a nice little hole here by just kind of rubbing the glass and making its own hole. Super glued it in here and it works perfect. But all I did was poke the brushes in here and then brushes just so they each have their own space. Now if I did get other brushes, I still have room to make other holes for that, and that's pretty much all that I do. So once my brushes are dry or are clean and I'm getting ready to dry them, this is what I put them in. Okay guys, so for this part you want to flip this where it's going to be face up so you can put your brushes in. Now mine are all just back here. This is a mess over here, I'm so sorry. But mine are all back here. I always put them in a towel and kind of wrap them up. That way it's easier for me to carry out. And if the lighting is off, guys, I'm sorry. Let's turn this on, maybe that'll help. Okay, that helps a little bit, right? Okay, so for this I just kind of wrap them up and it makes it easier for traveling with them. Oh, okay. So some of them are just jumping out at me. So all of my sponges go on top, so I'm just going to move these to the side here. And we're just going to start off. Now, when I get these out, I just like to kind of squeeze through them again just to make sure I got all of the water, or most of the water out. This is a, they smell good. This is a Sedona brush, so I'm going to find the Sedona, put it right in the hole. Now, when you're doing this, you do want to work a little bit fast, just because you don't want them to be sitting like bristles up for a while, just because that's how the water, you know, will get stuck in there. Anything with a spoolie or double-ended goes on top, like I said. So, yeah. And this is all that I do, and I have a lot of brushes, so we are going to fast forward. So once you get them all in like that, then the ones that are bigger, like the NARS Ita or some of the Real Technique brushes, I just kind of lay them on top where the bristles are over the edge and then work that around. All of my beauty blenders as well go on top. I mean, you really don't have to even put them on here, but just so all my brushes are in one spot. Double-ended brushes, of course, on top as well. And where did that just go? Okay, it's right here. And then this goes on top as well. So if the lighting was off in this video, I do want to say I'm sorry. It is getting late and I use natural lighting, as well as in the bathroom. We don't have any lights in our bathroom, so it might have been off a little bit in there as well. If you guys would want to see how to make your own little beauty tree, then just let me know. I love this thing. It's so big and it holds all of my brushes, and there's still more room. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.